What's up guys, MA Fish Guy here doing a video today on how to breed the cherry barb. These guys are really cool and really colorful and nice just to add to a community tank. But it's going to be a little bit of a process just to get them to breed if you want. The sexing is easy. If you look at them, the female is going to be brown with yellow fins. The males are going to be real bright red, especially during breeding time, so that's the best way to tell the genders between them. You're going to need a 10-gallon tank for this, tons and tons of Java moss or some kind of free-floating plant, but the Java moss I love and it works best as they kind of swim through it and breed. But with these guys, like I said, there's going to be a little bit you need to do to get these guys ready to breed. You want to separate usually the sexes if you can, but you don't have to. You want to do at least a school of like 6 to 8 of them and condition them. That's doing water changes 50% every day to every other day and 3 to 4 feedings a day. This is going to really help plump up the females and get them ready to breed and take on really kind of any beating that the males are going to give them. Some of the males can be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to breeding, so you are going to get a little bit of torn fins and stuff like that. But the Java moss is going to help with the retreating females and with the fry to escape from the male, the male and the female. But with these guys, when it comes to a filter, you don't want to do a normal like hang on the back filter, external filter. If you want to do one, you can either do like a sponge filter, and I'll have a link below where you can buy one. You can also do an air stone to kind of help disturb the water, but the sponge filter works best because it actually gathers bacteria on there the cherry barb fry can eat later, and it doesn't kind of disturb them, or you don't have to worry about sucking them up in the filter as much with that, if at all. If for some reason you can't get a sponge filter and you need to use the external filter, basically you can go to the store, get some aqua clear, like the foam that goes inside the filter, cut a hole into it and put it up over the nozzle. This is going to help create a less of a vacuum into the filter, and if the fish get sucked up against the sponge, it's really not going to hurt them as much as it would putting pantyhose over it. They're going to get sucked into it and it's still going to do some damage. So the foam, it's still going to let the filter filter the water, but it's going to help your success rate and your live fry a lot better. So with these guys, like I said, 6 to 8 usually works best. I do usually 8. The more the merrier. That way you can have more cherry barb fry to choose from. And these guys pretty much breed in a school, which is kind of nice. With these guys, after you condition them, like I said, 50% water changes. I do them every day and feed them 4 times a day. And what you're going to do is put them into the tank with aged water. You want to let it sit for 5 or 6 days with the Java moss in there, the filter going, everything like that. You want to keep the tank around 77 degrees to 79 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is going to help them kind of get into the mood, help the females plump up more, and help the males kind of initiate that. Basically, these guys are a light spawner, just like the zebra danios. So if you can get them on a light pattern, that works even better. The zebra danios, I'm going to be doing a video on these guys and how to breed them with actually using the lights of your aquarium. And it's really cool actually when it comes down to it. But with these guys, when it comes to like dusk or you're getting ready to eat dinner, shut off all the lights. And in the morning, usually they breed at night or the early hours. So even if you have a dimmer on your aquarium light, put that on, and you can dim the lights or even open up a curtain that's next to the tank and let some sunlight in there. As the sun rises, that's usually when mine breed, and what they do is they scatter through the Java moss, the females do, and the males chase them. It's real sporadic, real crazy in the tank. If you watch it, it's really cool as they just kick around the tank and lay the eggs in the Java moss, and the females basically just scurry away from the males. If for some reason they don't breed, and you can tell by just looking at your females if the stomach has gone down or it's not as plump, they've bred, or even just look inside the Java moss, try not to disturb it too much, and just basically look. You're going to see a bunch of eggs. If not, same thing again, feed them again. At night, turn the light off, dim the light in the morning, and it usually only takes a couple of days, if not just the first day. Mine usually by the second day are definitely going for the breed, and I have babies. So the eggs after that hatch usually within a couple of days. If you want a better rate for hatching, take the parents out. They do eat the eggs. They see it as a delicacy pretty much. The fry are going to be real small, and that's what you're going to use that sponge filter for. So they can eat some of the bacteria off that. Same thing with a Java moss. There's going to be microorganisms living on that they can eat. If you need to, add the Inferotia, and I'll be doing a video on that later on how to create that, a culture of it. But just kind of do some live plants in there. That's usually what works best for me if it comes down to a last minute thing or a tight budget. If you use a black background or any kind of blue or solid color, you're really going to see the fry in that. Even a white one works. Just put it on the back of the aquarium or on the bottom of the aquarium, and when they fall, you're going to be able to see them. And this is going to help you vacuum up the debris too, and not the babies. With these guys, you want to do a water change, about 25%, but with a small hose, and just vacuum the debris, and feed them 2 times a day with a crushed pellet, or not crushed pellet, sorry, crushed flakes. That's going to work best with like a rolling pin and dab it in. Once they get big enough, do a baby brine shrimp, and they're going to be good to go. Usually within 5 to 6 days, I see them free swimming and usually eating on their own with the crushed flakes. It's usually about week 2 that I'm switching to the baby brine shrimp, if I have a thing going of it. So yeah, these guys, they can be relatively easy to breed, but it's just knowing what you're doing. And like I said, if you watch this video, it's all about the lighting, the tank size, and that Java moss. So Java moss is very important. If you have any questions, comments, request videos, post them down in the comments below. Visit my website, mafishguy.blogspot.com, and I'll have more videos updating soon. Thank you.